So one of the first questions, or one of the most asked questions of us, is how do I know if my website works? And it's a really good question because we put a lot of time, a lot of effort, and a lot of money into building our website. But the real question we're interested in, and I guess the biggest outcome we're interested in, is, does it work? There are some key ways or key methods of truly understanding whether your website does work, and I think primarily it's through user feedback, where you're either gathering the information via the site or getting verbal or audible feedback from your customers or users, and they're letting you know if it's working. And it's not just the general public, it's not everyone, it's actually the AAA clients that are giving you that feedback. The second thing that I'd recommend looking into is Google Analytics. It's a fantastic tool, and it gives you some really good insight and instruction into the engagement you're getting on your website. Understanding it can be quite a barrier, but the detail and levels that it can get into are really insightful. Being able to target your audience down to the specific gender and their interests gives you a lot of power when crafting the content and understanding where you want to place that on your website for maximum engagement, because that's essentially what we're all after, is the engagement and conversion. Opening that up a bit further, particularly on the conversion, what is it that we're looking for, or what action are we looking to create from our website? So when we know the actions that we're trying to create, we can measure them and ensure that they're on track and purposeful. And so the experience we're then providing to our audience, our target audience and customers, is targeted and arranged in a way that it's providing them with a fantastic user experience. So being able to measure that, the interpretation of that data is generally a really difficult one to do out of isolation. So it's really important that you get the whole picture and not just look at what's being affected online, but also what's being affected offline, and the physical and general discussions you're having around your website. They should be reflected back through your analytics as well, because the experience people have with your business, unless you're purely online, do cross between virtual and physical. So I guess in summary of how do I know it works, it comes down to really understanding what you've created during that journey of building your website, and really understanding the journey you're wanting to create for your users, because without having that strategy in place, without having the direction and the understanding where you're wanting to take them, it's really difficult for you to know where the success or what the definition of working is.